camera wasn't on. My bad, guys. But welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I cover the latest cryptocurrency news articles to keep you informed on what is happening in this space. And yes, it is crypto's time is now. We got word from SEC Chairman Director Paul Atkins right now, and he tells crypto's time has come, and also what else is it? If we don't do it, everyone else is, and game theory is going to happen. So we get so much news about crypto adoption going on right now, and Bitcoin touched 114 again today, but right now we just went back under. It's at $113,812. But looking at this year chart right now, Bitcoin has still doubled in its price since last year. Last year, in the very beginning to this date, we were at $57,000 for one Bitcoin. Now it has doubled. So what's to stop you from getting it now? And Bitcoin continuously going up. Like we hear Bitcoin goes up 50% year over year and whatnot. And right now it's just like, because also the US dollar gets inflated like no other, so prices of goods increase. Like let's take a look at this. Like when the iPhone first launched in 2010, it cost 2,842 Bitcoin. So that took a lot of Bitcoin back in the day. But say you bought that Bitcoin back then, which hell, you would have had lots of money now, and you kept holding on to it, and you want to say that new iPhone 17 coming out, it's only going to cost you 0.007 Bitcoin. So as the price of these goods just get pricier and pricier, the amount of Bitcoin it takes keeps going down even further. But who's not even going to get that new iPhone? We just got that new release on these new products. You have the AirPod Pro 3, I guess, has with Google or Apple translation on there, so now you can talk to anybody around the world. There's a new Apple Watch, and then an iPhone 17 Air edition. So this wallet's going to be super duper thin. I don't think I'm going to get that. I'm getting the same vibes as when the iPod Nano came out. People were like going, "Oh, these things break in your pocket." So I might not get that Air edition, even though that problem is for very few people. But no, I just wanted to showcase that, it takes a lot less Bitcoin the longer you hold on to it, say if something goes on there, because we know prices just keep increasing year over year. I remember having the dollar menu at McDonald's, and now it's like the $3 menu. Gas used to be $1 a gallon growing up as a kid, so nowadays it's $5 in California. So prices just always go up, but Bitcoin's value keeps increasing as well. But let's go through the news and the articles I have for you. And again, we're going to start off with SEC Chair Paul Atkins, and I have a couple partnership news articles for you. So first up, SEC Chair Paul Atkins backs crypto super apps with unified licenses and flexible custody. So Atkins' vision supports integrated digital asset platforms with streamlined regulation, unified licenses, and strong emphasis on self-custody options. So people are going to get involved in self-custody one way or the other. It's going to happen. Instead of just leaving your money on exchanges, like people are just going to know about it. It's like, oh, I need my own wallet. And if you need help or just more understandings on why you want multiple wallets, join the crypto club, because tomorrow we have a class on having multiple wallets is good for security and safe practices. Like you may want to use a wallet for daily spending, you may want to have a separate crypto wallet just for long-term saving. So each wallet will serve a purpose, and if you need more information about that, again, join our club, and we're having our class on that tomorrow, and it will be recorded, so you can always go back to it and watch it. So let's continue on with this article and hear about this super app that's supposed to come out, or in talks. So SEC Chair Paul Atkins has expressed support for crypto super apps that would integrate multiple digital asset services under a unified regulatory oversight. Now, Atkins has advocated for platforms that combine trading, lending, staking, and other crypto services under a single regulatory umbrella. Now, these platforms will allow side-by-side trading of security and non-security digital assets, while also offering flexibility and custody solutions, including self-custody options. Now, Atkins considers self-custody a core American value. The approach aims to reduce duplicative regulations, lower compliance costs, and foster innovation by enabling platforms to operate efficiently with a single license. Now, the super app model would streamline regulatory requirements for companies offering multiple crypto services, moving away from the current system where different services often require separate licenses and compliance frameworks. So he's all for a super app that can do so much more than just being your wallet. Again, a lot of people out there do want that because I'm talking about why do you want to have multiple wallets? It's for safety and security reasons, while most people out there just want to have it all in one phone, one thing, and don't have to worry about it. So that's where super apps could come into play. I'll still follow my method of just having multiple wallets, not holding all your eggs in one basket. Each wallet is a different utility. That's how I live in this space. So again, the spaces you can do whatever you want with it. You're in full control, and that's why crypto and Bitcoin is amazing. Because again, there's no more middleman with it. It's just you, your finance, and you're responsible for keeping it safe. Now, what else did SEC Chair Paul Atkins say? He said that crypto's time has come. It is now, just like my title and thumbnail show. And so the SEC Chair Paul Atkins heralds a new era for cryptocurrencies, signaling a potential shift in regulation and policy. Paul Atkins, the Securities and Exchange Commission chairman, said that crypto's movement has arrived and crypto's time has come, Atkins stated. The SEC has been a key regulatory body overseeing digital asset markets in the U.S., with its leadership changes often signaling to potential shifts in crypto policy and the enforcement approaches. So yeah, these are just two little quick takeaway articles from this. And I know there was a little bit more I saw like on Twitter on the Bitcoin Magazine side. It was like, yeah, just in, the SEC Chair Paul Atkins says, ladies and gentlemen, we must admit that crypto's time has come. And President Trump has tasked me with making America the crypto capital of the world. So he is going to make it happen. So I love the changes we've made since Trump got into office. I try to not be political, but we all know where I stand on it. I'm glad I voted for it. I like everything going on. The rules that are happening changes because now we're actually innovating here in our country. We're spreading the adoption of Bitcoin and crypto and blockchain technology. So I love it right now. And yep, the U.S. can have the chance to be the crypto capital of the world, but if we don't do it, the other countries will. And there's just no doubt in my mind that that is actually taking place. So like, if we don't want to get left behind, we got to adopt it, and we are doing it. So yeah, so way to go. Now, next up in the news articles I have for you, let's see, what do I have next? We have a couple other just like little tidbit quick news articles for it. Not news articles, but little tweets from Bitcoin Magazine. We had breaking news that Kyrgyzstan Parliament approves bill on an introduction of the state crypto mining tools. Now the nation states here. So like again, if America doesn't do it, the rest of the world's already doing it. You got Kazakhstan actually talking about crypto mining now. I remember the thing they were just talking about, or this was the president? No, that was Russia. But someone was talking about they're having a Bitcoin treasury and strategic reserve as well. So they're adopting it. And who else has some news? Yet Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko urges banks to expand crypto use amid sanctions. The Belarus is getting prepared. We covered an article the other day talking about that, how again, adoption is happening faster than ever. This is just game theory and a fact. It doesn't matter on your decisions. The rest of the world is still going to do it and then play an effect on what's going on. So yeah, so that's a little tidbits for you. Now let's go for some partnerships happening around the world. Let's see. We got crypto miners surge on US $17.4 billion Microsoft Nebius AI chip deal. So a US $17.4 billion deal between Microsoft and Nebius to provide an AI infrastructure has boosted crypto mining stocks, showing growing link between AI and mining. So let's see how this works. So Mohammedia, in significant development for both the AI and cryptocurrency sectors, Microsoft has entered into a 5-year agreement with Nebius, a Netherlands-based company, to supply GPU infrastructure for artificial intelligence operations. Now valued at $17.4 billion, with the potential to expand to $19.4 billion. The deal underscores the escalating demand for higher performance computing resources to support generative AI technologies. Now, Nebius will provide dedicated GPU capacity from its new data center in Vineland, New Jersey, slated to begin operations in 2025. Now, the announcement of this partnership has had a profound impact on the cryptocurrency mining industry. Shares of mining companies surged, reflecting investors' optimism about the growing intersection between AI infrastructure and crypto mining. Now, Bitfarms notably experienced a 22% increase in its stock price, while Cipher Mining rose by 20% than other companies, including IREN, Hut8, Riot Platform, and TerraWolf. Now, they all saw mid-teen percentage gains out there, but not as big as these other two. Now, this surge in mining stocks is particularly striking, given that the concurrent decline in Bitcoin's price, which fell approximately 1% to $111,000, which is now up again, which is nice. But the divergence between Bitcoin market performance and the rise in mining stocks suggests that investors are increasingly valuing the infrastructure capabilities of mining companies over the direct price movement of cryptocurrencies. Now, Microsoft/Nebius deal highlights a strategic shift within the mining industry. Historically, mining companies have been heavily reliant on cryptocurrency prices, particularly Bitcoin, to drive profitability. Yet, as demand for AI computing power intensifies, these companies are exploring new revenue streams by leveraging their existing infrastructure to provide services to AI firms. Now, this pivot towards AI infrastructure is exemplified by Nebius's use of NVIDIA's technology in its data center position, and it positioned itself as a key player in the AI cloud service market. Now, this partnership between Microsoft and Nebius is part of a broader trend where major tech companies are seeking to secure dedicated AI infrastructure to meet the growing demands of AI development. Now, with global supply chains for GPU remaining tight, collaborations like this one ensure that companies have reliable access to the necessary computing resources without them being subject to volatility of the open market. Now, yeah, if they need to get to GPU mining and AI infrastructure, they may want to consider partnering with Data Network. I still love that project. Network, sorry if no deal or news articles come up recently. I still see partnerships happen, like this university took place, or this sports team is utilizing Data's edge cloud technology for their chatbot or whatnot. So like Data's still killing it out there in space. I think it will do well this cycle. But no, like it all revolves around this. Basically, AI, we want cheaper, we want trustworthy. So yeah, so that's pretty cool though that miners are going to be benefiting from this, and they're tapping into another sector. Still in the same ecosystem, still using all the tools they got, but now they're just like finding new ways of revenue that they can utilize. So that's our partnership with Microsoft and Nebius. Now let's talk about Binance and Franklin Templeton, how they join forces on tokenized ventures. Because yeah, everything's going to be tokenized on chain, and that way it's immutable, it's transparent, and builds us trust in our system again. So let's talk about this partnership. So Binance has partnered with crypto ETF issuer Franklin Templeton to explore the tokenization of securities combined with global trading infrastructure. Now, Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange by trading volume, has entered into a partnership with the U.S. crypto exchange-traded fund provider, Franklin Templeton. Now, Binance and Franklin Templeton are collaborating to explore tokenization of securities combined with a global trading infrastructure. Now, the crypto exchange announced on Wednesday, our goal is to take tokenization from concept to practice for clients to achieve efficiencies in settlements, collateral management, and portfolio construction at scale, said Roger Bastin, Franklin Templeton's head of digital assets. Now, followed by this partnership, Binance expects to unveil security tokenization products later this year, a spokesperson for the exchange told Cointelegraph. Now, co-creating portfolios. By working with Binance, we can deliver breakthrough products that meet the requirements of global capital markets and co-created the portfolios of future. Now, Franklin Templeton, based in said. Now, Sandy Call, head of innovation at Franklin Templeton, highlighted the importance of the partnership, observing that tokenization technology has been evolving from fringes to financials mainstream. Now, here is a tweet from Binance. Binance is partnering with Franklin Templeton to build tailored digital asset initiatives and institutional-grade solutions for a broad range of investors. Now, we are committed to making digital finance more accessible and reliable in TradeFi while bridging both worlds for greater possibilities and wider adoption. Now, they also said that we see blockchain not as a threat to the legacy system, but as an opportunity to reimagine them, said Call, adding that by working with Binance, we can harness tokenization to bring institutional-grade solutions like our Benji technology platform to a wider set of investors and help bridge the worlds of traditional and decentralized finance. Now, as the partnership, Franklin Templeton is expected to deliver expertise in the compliant tokenization of securities, while Binance would provide its global trading infrastructure and investor research. Now, the goal is to deliver innovative solutions to meet the evolving needs of investors by bringing greater efficiency, transparency, and accessibility to the capital markets with competitive yield generation and settlement efficiency, the announcement reads. Now, Binance handles $22 billion in daily crypto trading, hence why it has the highest, it's the highest exchange and market trading volume out there, because $22 billion is quite a lot, and that's a daily transactions, not weekly, not monthly, that is daily. So at the time of this announcement, Binance is the world's largest exchange, handling $22 billion in trades daily, according to CoinGecko. And in terms of volume, Binance significantly outpaces other exchanges like CoinW, MixC, each trading around $5 billion. And here's that chart from CoinGecko. So Binance, 10 out of 10. Yeah, trading volume is $22 billion. CoinW, yeah, it's at least 4 times higher than that, with only $5 billion in trading. MixC is at $4.9 billion. BVOX is 4.7, and BitGet is 4.6. Did these guys beat out Coinbase? Crazy. Now, Franklin Templeton is a major U.S. investment firm managing $1.64 trillion in monthly assets as of August 2025. Now, the company is known as one of the first issuers of a spot Bitcoin ETF in the US, debuting the Franklin Bitcoin ETF, or the EZBC, in January, along with other issuers, including Grayscale Investments and BlackRock. Now, Franklin Templeton's collaboration with Binance on tokenization projects marks another milestone in the emerging tokenization trend and major collaborations between big players in the traditional finance and the crypto industry. Now, earlier this week, Reuters reported that the U.S. stock exchange operator NASDAQ reportedly invested $50 million in the Winklevoss-founded crypto exchange Gemini, which operates tokenization offerings globally. On Monday, NASDAQ also filed a proposal for a rule change with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, asking for the commission to authorize it to list tokenized stocks directly on its platform. Now, the news came amid Binance.us, the American affiliate of the global crypto exchange Binance, introducing zero trading fees on select pairs for Ethereum, Solana, and 20 more staking tokens on blockchain. So, I didn't realize Binance offered that earlier this week, because sometimes I miss the news out there. But again, though, perks and benefits, there's always negatives and benefits to it. Sure, the benefit is you're getting zero trading fees on the exchange, but the negative is everything's being tracked on there. So when tax season comes along, expect Binance to report to the IRS what you've been doing. They'll give you a W-2 form, so you got to comply with those rules. So again, play with the DeFi side, just deal with blockchain transaction fees out there, or you can use centralized exchanges, which are, again, easy to use, easy on and off ramp from fiat to crypto conversions. And then you can even trade on those platforms too. It's easier. Sorry, what's going on here? It's easier, but it's also completely centralized. So again, it's up to you. You have the choice on which platforms you want to use out there. If you don't mind reporting on it, go for it. That's up to you. Again, this is your finances in crypto. Again, it's not my responsibility. It's not the club's responsibility to tell you what to do with your money at all. We're just here to provide you with some information, help. We're not financial advisors. And just again, this is your decision. So if you want to use a centralized exchange, go for it. There is completely nothing wrong with it. If you want to play in the DeFi space, that's even better, because again, it just tells me at least you have some knowledge in the crypto space and you can take advantage of those opportunities. So yeah, so that's our Binance and Franklin Templeton news. What else do we have going on? Well, let's take a quick commercial break really fast, and then I'll be back with more crypto news. And Gary, greetings from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Welcome. Thank you for being here today. So yeah, let's play a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Want to connect with the world? Ready to be heard by millions? Have a talent you are ready to share, or want to elevate your business to the next level? Step into the spotlight. Welcome to our all-new podcast studio at Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club, Sarasota. Introducing a cutting-edge creative space built for everyone, from first-timers to seasoned pros. Outfitted with state-of-the-art cameras, broadcast-quality microphones, professional mixers, and premium acoustic treatment, this is where your voice isn't just heard, it's felt. Whether you're recording a podcast, live streaming, or creating high-impact video content, our studio delivers next-level production value. Lights on, mic hot, let's go.
And we are back. And yes, that's for our Sarasota club here in Florida. It is cloudy right now. I was about to say sunny Florida, but it's hurricane season still. So it's a little cloudy, but still beautiful Sarasota. But yeah, here at our club, as long as you're a member, you can rent out that space. And again, that's perfect for anybody who wants to start their own podcast or show, but they don't need to go out there, buy the camera, buy the microphone. I guess they still need to pay for their streaming service. I use StreamYard, I use Vimeo, or you just upload straight to YouTube and you don't have to pay for anything. But no, it just gives you the ability to just have some high quality equipment in a professional setting, and you don't need to worry about that. You just schedule that appointment to block that room out. We'll get you set up. All you gotta do is click play and you're good to go. So yeah, so that's one of the benefits here at the club, outside of our education, our programs we have to offer. Yes, and our programs. I want to say the best program we have is our confidential bulk Bitcoin purchases here at the club for members. So instead of having to go through a centralized exchange and having to give up your personal identity, all your information with the KYC, the know your customer, so you don't have to provide the driver's license, your social security number. Why are you buying this Bitcoin? You don't have to deal with any of that through us. So it's definitely a perk you may want to look at. And there's a bunch of other programs that have to offer. You can always go to bitcoinbend.io to gain more information, or BBCPrograms.com, 2 websites, both with information on that, or just give us a text at 941-413-8080. Now let's continue on with the news. What else is happening in the space? Looks like we have some stablecoin news with Circle and Fireblocks partners. So this is another partnership going on around the world to boost USDC's adoption for financial institutions using ARC and integrated payments infrastructure. So Circle and Fireblocks have joined forces to enhance USDC's use by financial institutions through the new ARC blockchain and interoperable payment systems. So let's hear about this. The Circle and Fireblocks are collaborating to accelerate USDC adoption for financial institutions by leveraging ARC, a new enterprise-grade blockchain, along with the interoperability of Fireblocks network and Circle's payment network. Now, the partnership combines Circle's stablecoin network with Fireblocks custody and payments infrastructure to bring more institutions on-chain. The collaboration will utilize ARC with Circle, described as an enterprise-grade blockchain platform. Now, the integration aims to leverage the interoperability between Fireblocks network and Circle payment networks to facilitate institutional adoption of USDC Circle's digital dollar stablecoin. So, yeah, I know. I got to stop pulling articles from Crypto Briefing because these are just so short. It just goes into the next one. Oh, Soul Strategies go live on NASDAQ. But it's just giving us a brief, this could have just been a tweet out there on this partnership. But no, so USDC is the second largest market cap of stablecoins out there. If you look at the charts right there. So, XRP surpassed Tether. Usually that's always going back and forth. But Tether is our highest market cap stablecoin out there. So it's just a coin pegged to the US dollar. It's not going to go up. It's not going to go down beneath that dollar. Its main purpose is to stay pegged to the dollar. So if you're buying some Tether, hoping the price go up, it's not going to happen. But it has a market cap of $126 billion. And then next up is USDC with $14 billion. So it's quite a ways away there. But again, with this partnership, they're hoping to expand its global outreach and potential out there. So that's a pretty good partnership. So we'll see how Circle goes. Like for me, if I want to use a stable coin again, I'm still sticking with Tether. Nothing wrong with Circle at all. I don't know. I just prefer Tether. That's just me. If anything went down in their ecosystem, I would totally switch it up. But again, also, both of these coins are completely centralized. So again, if you're thinking it's a decentralized coin, you're not like, you can just keep it private. Like you can keep it private because no one will know you have it, but Tether has to control and able to freeze tokens if it's in your wallet or on an exchange, because again, it's just in their code that they have that backend ability to do it. So take that in mind, or like if you're hoping for the most secure asset to keep your value stable and just like it's safe, it's like, it's a mixed bag right there about the being safe part. Again, I prefer holding on to mostly decentralized tokens out there. And mainly that is just Bitcoin right now. But again, that's my biggest holding on that, but it doesn't stop me from holding some other altcoins out there as well. But this is the stablecoin news for you. And we have another stablecoin article for you where Minnesota Credit Union is to launch a stablecoin and claims to be the first in the US. When I first saw that, I was like, first stablecoin in the US? I was like, didn't Wyoming do that? Then I had to think about that. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Wyoming's the first state with their own a stable coin, but this is going to be the first credit union to launch a stable coin out there. So let's go through this article. So St. Cloud Financial Credit Union's upcoming token highlights how smaller financial institutions may tap into stable coins to be competitive following the US regulatory clarity. So Minnesota. Is that the cheesehead country? The St. Cloud Financial Credit Union, a Minnesota-based institution with over $400 million in assets, plans to roll out a proprietary stablecoin, what it claims to be the first from a U.S. credit union. Now, the token, dubbed Cloud Dollar, or the CLD-USD, and developed with blockchain firm Metallicus and financial technology provider Deland Cuso, is slated to debut as part of the credit union's digital asset vault service in the last quarter of 2025. Now, with the CLD/USD, we're readying our shop for on-chain money movement, merchant payouts, member-to-member, institution-to-institution, at a fraction of card network fees, and with full transparency, said Chase Larson, EVP/CLO for St. Cloud Financial Credit Union. And just right there, I just want to break that part too. It's like for cheaper fees. Like, why do you think Steak and Shake and Sheets here in the U.S. started accepting Bitcoin for some payments? It's because not only do they want to acquire it themselves, but also they're saving on credit and transaction fees. Like with MasterCard and Visa, it's like they have fees they got to pay for every single one of those transactions. While utilizing Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, it can be a lot cheaper. And also it is faster to use as well. Because with those fees, not only do they're saving on fees, they get the money and access to it right then and there. Usually after a credit card payment or transaction, they gotta wait 2 to 3 business days until the money's finally in their account, versus if someone paid with Bitcoin or crypto, bam, it's there via either the Lightning Network instantaneously, or if it just goes on chain, 10 minutes and boom, it is done right there fast. They have the money they can use for whatever they need for business operations or whatnot. So this is why we are adopting crypto and blockchain technology, because it saves you on fees, and it's also faster, and then also it's transparent. So it's like the beauty, it's like the most beautiful sound money there is. But stable coins are a fast-growing $270 billion segment of cryptocurrencies, predominantly pegged to the US dollar. They are widely used as trading pairs on exchanges and are increasingly popular as cheaper, faster options for payments. Earlier this year, they received a boost in the US when President Donald Trump signed the Genius Act, the country's first major crypto law, into effect. Now, the SCFCU's initiative highlights how smaller financial institutions are experimenting with blockchain tools to compete with fintechs. Now, CLD/USD stablecoin differs from the mainstream stablecoin offerings like USDT or USDC, as it connects directly to the credit union's banking system. Now, the token will be issued on a Metallus blockchain, banking stack, the Metal blockchain, and integrated through Delon. So I got to reread that because I feel like I misworded it. So we got the token will be issued on a Metallicus blockchain, banking stack, and the Metal blockchain, and integrated through Deland Kuso's coin-to-core software. It's quite complicated. But this ties blockchain services to existing credit union infrastructure, and the design aims to keep deposits on the platform while giving members a way to move money instantly at a lower cost in a regulated manner. Now, credit unions can't afford to watch digital assets evolve without the members need trust institutions to navigate the space safely, Jeff Lifts, CEO of Delon Kuso, said in a statement out there. So, yeah, so that's what's going on with Minnesota. They're coming out with a stable coin, and this is the credit union. So the first credit. So we will be seeing more institutions probably rolling out, even smaller banks, credit unions out there, rolling out a stable coin. Again, it's going to make their transactions cheaper and faster to do so. Again, it's not a matter that if this is going to happen, it's already happening right now. So again, I want to keep saying, like, game theory is like, no matter what, it is happening right now. It doesn't matter if you want to get involved or not. And again, if let me actually pull up ChatGPT to give us a explanation of game theory, because I'm just reiterating what I learned the other day about it. But let's see, let me go to that one, let this load up a little bit, and we got another chat while that's loading. Steven, what is up? Welcome to the show. Glad you can always be here. And okay, so ChatGPT is really not working so well, but now it's working. Now it is working. So let's see, what is game theory? Guys, use AI as much as you can. It is an awesome tool to use. Helps me out with PowerPoints. It's getting some extra information if I need to. But when I keep saying that game theory is happening right now, it's game theory is a study how people or groups, companies, or even nations make decisions when their choices affect one another. Instead of thinking in isolation, it looks at a strategic interaction for what you choose depends on what you think others will do. So key ideas is that players, this makes individuals, firm, and countries, strategies, the options available to each player, payoffs, the result of the outcome is money, power, survival, and satisfaction. And it's a point where no one can do better by changing their choice given what others are doing. So again, so it doesn't matter if you want to accept crypto or not, and like just understand that this technology is here. It doesn't matter if you want to be a part of it, not to be a part of it. It's growing, it's happening, and that's what's taking place right now as we see. Now let's move on to some altcoin news, mainly XRP. Who owns the most XRP in 2025? Let's reveal the rich list out there. And again, I do not hold any XRP. I don't stop anybody from getting it. XRP is a solid token out there, but it's the Ripple guys I don't like. So the creators of the token. So that's why I just don't want to be a part of it. It's kind of like when Target went full on woke. It's like you guys a lot of people didn't want to go shop there anymore because of that. So again, it's your reasons if you want to do it or not. So again, I have nothing wrong with the token itself. It's just the company I don't like. But let's see who is the rich list on it. Because when you do own cryptocurrency out there, you usually want to know, okay, what's the supply? Who owns the most of it? You don't want to get in a project where the creators like own 95% of supply and then 5% is just out there for trading. That's a sign of a true rug pull out there. Not in this case, but Ripple guys and big whales out there do hold quite a bit. So let's hear about this. So the undisputed XRP rich list. So by far, Ripple Labs is by far the largest XRP owner, controlling around 42% of the total 100 billion token supply. So yeah, so there's 100 billion XRP tokens out there, and 42% is controlled under Ripple Labs. Now this is unsurprising as the company that developed the XRP ledger and created the XRP digital currency. The San Francisco-based operation has its massive stake broken down into two categories. One, 4.5 billion of those XRP tokens are in liquid holdings for operational use, so they can utilize these tokens whenever they need to. If they need to pay the bills, pay the lights, electricity, all that, it's for operational use cases. But 35 billion is locked in escrow. And we had some articles out there where usually this is on a scheduled release date, and usually they take some out and they put a majority back on into it. But there has been some times like in the XRP history that they've pulled some XRP from the escrow kind of sewer and off schedule. So I kind of lost some hope there, but again, it always still went back into it. But just pointing that out there. But Ripple runs an escrow release system where a predictable monthly amount of XRP is unlocked. Typically, 1 billion XRP is released per month using a smart contract mechanism on the XRP ledger. Now, this is a method for managing supply and maintaining price stability. Now, these released funds are used to fund Ripple's operational expenses and provide liquidity for its on-demand liquidity services. Now, as part of a careful treasury management, Ripple doesn't flood the market with fresh XRP every month. Instead, 60% or more of the monthly unlocked funds are relocked up, and then the company not needing the full complement for its operations out there. So in an extreme example, if Ripple were to stop relocking these tokens, the whole $35 billion or 35 billion XRP tokens in escrow would be depleted in just 3 years. Now, the relocking pattern currently is in place, means that Ripple will likely continue to top the XRP rich list for years to come, and for many crypto users, such large control of supply is uncomfortable. The 42% controlling stake gives it unprecedented influence on the market dynamics, so it's basically a double-edged sword that offers flexibility, but raises concern about decentralization and the ethos it back. And again, it's like also like with that much like in control, and again, it's like they can really control the price of it if they wanted to. So like, oh, we get to the $5, you know what? Let's drop that back down to $3. So that's kind of why I like to pay attention to who owns like the majority of this cryptos, because again, they can really fluctuate the price if they so wanted to. Now, our second largest XRP holder is Chris Larsen himself, the billionaire empire. So you might not be surprised to learn that Ripple's co-founder and executive chairman, Chris Larsen, is the largest individual XRP owner with over 2.5 billion XRP, worth around $7 billion. Now, he distributes his holdings across 8 distinct crypto wallets, which are tagged by Blockchain Explorer, so they are tracked out there. People are watching it. And of his 8 wallets, number 1 through 4 still contain just over 500 million XRP and have never made any outbound transfers. So it's just been hodling there in cold storage. Now, he received these funds as a founder's gift in 2013, although the wallet number 5 has been in selling action during 2025, reducing its holdings from the 500 million XRP to 280 million. So I guess wallet number 5 has been being utilized, but the other 4 still untouched. Kind of like a Satoshi Nakamoto wallet. We know that million Bitcoins never going anywhere. Now, in July 2025, Larsen made significant sell-offs, hitting the headline when $175 million worth of XRP was transferred onto exchanges after July 17th. Now, these sales coincided with XRP reaching a 7-year high above $3. Still, Larson's total holdings represent 4.6% of the entire XRP market cap, and this makes him not just one of the wealthiest XRP owners, but one of the crypto's richest individuals. Even an individual, he retains enough XRP to significantly influence market dynamics, and the wallets linked to Chris Larson only have another 2.81 billion XRP left, noted by Zach XBT. And here is that tweet post showcasing the wallets and how many XRP he had in them. And what do I want to say about this one? So we know that Chris Larson has 4.6% of the supply. Ripple owns 42%. Was that it? So right now we are at 46.2% of the supply right now of XRP is in these two holdings. Now let's continue on. Who else holds more XRP? Well, we have exchange powerhouses out there. So exchanges are holding on to some XRP supply. So billions of dollars in consumer funds live on exchange platforms, either during daily trading activity or for storage. Now, a selection of the world's most popular exchanges make the XRP rich list. Now, Upbit, the Korean giant, is the XRP exchange leader with around 6 billion XRP in custody. It shows that Korean retail demand is incredibly strong, along with institutional trading volume. Elsewhere, Binance is in second place on the exchange list with over 2.7 billion XRP across its multiple custody wallets. Similarly, Uphold has been growing its position recently with nearly 2 billion XRP, followed by Coinbase's 780 million XRP. Interestingly, this number for Coinbase has dropped substantially since quarter 2 of 2025. It's likely to be a strategic repositioning rather than a potential regulatory caution, especially since the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission case against Ripple Labs was dropped earlier in August 2025. This gave XRP unprecedented judicial standings in the United States. And that news, I did actually cover that article. So yeah, so it wasn't Coinbase making changes, we got to do this. It was mainly because people are taking self-custody of their crypto, which is beautiful. Again, more people are going to do it no matter what times it's going to happen when it does. But no, this was just that people are understanding, not your keys, not your coins. So they're moving their coins off of exchange platforms into their self-custody wallets out there. So this wasn't a Coinbase really decision out there going, no, we worried about XRP. No, it's just actually actual people wanting to take custody of their own crypto. So just wanted to point that out there for you. Now, still, Coinbase slashed its holdings by 57% in a single month, while competitors continue to expand their reserves. Now, it's worth mentioning, though, that the exchange holdings are primarily customer assets rather than institutional trading positions. So understanding what exchanges hold large XRP amounts can also give insight into the retail ownership and demand. And so So did we get a number percentage on this? What would we call this percent? Another 4%, 6%. So now there's half of the supply. I'll just consider after this holding right there, 50% of the supply is in exchanges, Chris Larson or Ripple Labs. And then we have the whale accumulators out there, which have been record-breaking so far this year. So 2025 has been a watershed year for XRP. It's gone from crypto pariah embroiled in a fight with the SEC to an asset with clear legal standings now. So momentum has been building as whales collect XRP. In June of 2025, it hit another milestone where wallets holding more than 1 million XRP reached 2,708 addresses. So what is that, 2 billion XRP tokens? And 1 million times 2,000, you're adding 3 more zeros to that. So yeah, that's 2 billion XRP right there. This is the highest level in XRP's 12-year history. Now, each of these whale wallets contain over $2 million worth of XRP at these 2025 prices, and it reflects institutional confidence in the asset, with the XRP Ledger daily active addresses climbing to 295,000 in June of 2025. Now, this is an activity spike, which indicates interest from both retail and institutions. Now, it's a jump of nearly 7 times the trading, a trailing 3-month average of 35,000 to 40,000 active addresses. Now, XRP Scan gives you a peek into the rich list, with the top wallet held by Ripple holding the 5 billion XRP in escrow. Outside of these, you can see notable rich list wallets that are linked to known global exchanges, with only 2 anonymous trader wallets out there making their place in the top 20. So there is 2 mysterious people out there holding a large amount of XRP. And that, again, that's the beauty of being in crypto. You can be private. And when you're taking self-custody of your crypto, and it's in your own wallet, there is nothing tying you into it. So you are kind of holding crypto anonymously. Because when you set up that crypto wallet, it never asked you for your name. It never asked you for an email. Never asked for your address, your phone number, nothing. So the only thing it did was you downloaded the wallet or you bought the hardware wallet and you generated a seed phrase, the private key. That's all you got. Those 12 or 24 random words that get created when you set up the wallet. And so like that's it. So it's anonymous. So if you're like doing trades, like the activity can be viewed on chain, as we saw here, like with all these different blockchains on XRP Scan. If you want to look at Bitcoin's wallets and exchanges, that would be BTC Explorer. But you can just check the blockchain and you can see it's all public information out there, but there is no names linked to it, other than we know Ripple's wallets because they announced it, Binance's exchanges because they announced it, but some anonymous people out there who are holding it, you got some anonymous will. So what are they going to do? We don't know because we don't know who they are or what they plan on doing. But what's clear from the XRP rich list in 2025 is the revelation of highly concentrated ownership. Ripple Labs dominates at every metric, including Larson, whose stake totals over $8 billion of XRP holdings. Now, it raises valid decentralization concerns, especially when combined with a record-breaking whale accumulation and growth in institutional wallets. Now, that said, the legal clarity that has emerged following a 5-year lawsuit is fueling increased confidence in the asset among institutional investors. Now, exchanges, too, are accumulating funds at a historic level, with customers' custody deposits swelling these numbers on their rich list, and it's a metric that suggests token ownership is still of interest to retail investors, despite concerns of just taking control of your finances. Because again, like this is the only time crypto and Bitcoin has given us the opportunity to finally be in control of our money again. We don't have to go to the bank, ask, hey, can I pull $20 out, and wait for them to give approval. I'd rather just hold it onto myself, back like in the old days when you kept them in like money in a mason jar under your bed, or just have your money buried in the treasure chest out there. It's like you have full control of it. It's like you want to go get it, lift up your bed, go dig your hole over your treasure chest and get it. But now this is so much easier. It's digital. It's just on your phone. It's in a wallet. It can be on your computer. So again, but you're fully responsible for keeping it safe, how you're going to be spending it, and then also where you plan on trading or swapping and utilizing it. So you're responsible for everything behind it and just keeping it safe out there. But I love being in full control, and as we see at the end of that article, people are getting more into the self-custody space. Now, that's our XRP news. Let's move on to our final news article. I see we have a little bit more chat in. Gary messaging Steve. Hey, I listen to Crypto Sherpa often. His advice is invaluable. His wisdom is experience and telling us the crypto news day. Steven, thank you for that. Love it. And yeah, me too, usually after the fact, but it's cool to catch a live. Oh, thank you, Gary, for being able to catch the live. I know I finally I was able to get like on a set schedule, because I remember back in the old days, I was like, let's do it at 8 o'clock. Let's do it at 3. Now it's a set schedule, so that way you know when I'll be live. But let's continue on with our final article of the day, which is the US DOJ moves to recover $12 million in USDT tied to a crypto scam. So the civil forfeiture has become one of the most important tools in crypto's investigations for recovering funds and disrupting illicit activity out there. So we are trying to fight the bad actors out there, whether at government level or even here at the Crypto Club, just trying to help prevent people from being scammed. But federal prosecutors in Albany have filed a civil forfeiture complaint seeking to recover more than $12 million in Tether USDT stablecoin linked to an investment fraud scheme. Filed last Friday, the complaint targets balances traced to wallets used by a spoof trading platform and details how victims were steered into an off-platform deposit, according to the Justice Department statement released on Tuesday. Now, here is a tweet from the U.S. Attorney, NDNY. United States files forfeiture action against more than $12 million in funds involved in cryptocurrency investment fraud and money laundering. Now, the crypto investment scams are the latest vehicle for con artists out there from all over the world to victimize Americans right here in our backyard. Now, acting United States Attorney Sarcone said in a statement, 10 Mandarin-speaking victims were approached through an unsolicited text message, which later spiraled into conversations about investment opportunities. Now, the victims were then directed to ShakePayX, a site designed to resemble a legitimate Canadian exchange. Now, the DOJ detailed citing findings from the FBI. Now, once deposits were made, the platform blocked withdrawals by inventing fees and new requirements, while scammers continued to pressure victims to send more funds, and the losses totaled more than $10 million, according to prosecutors. So again, like the scam that worked was they befriended them on social media somewhere. I don't know how they got in contact with them at first thing, but they just made their way and got contact with the person, and then what was that? They befriended them. How are you? Hey, eventually it spiraled into, oh, I got an investment opportunity. Like, oh, take a look at this site right here. And again, they were pretending to be a legitimate Canadian exchange site. The only difference was that URL. So when you type in that URL, you get a page that looks exactly to whatever that exchange one was. And so when you see it, you think you're actually dealing with transactions, you're making all this money, but that fake site is completely controlled by the scammer. They're showing you what you want to see. They're usually put you in a fake group with fake people saying, I made this money. Oh, look at my screenshots. But they're showing the screenshots of that fake website that is not really earning the money. So that's kind of what took place here. But the civil forfeiture is an important tool right now. The case comes as U.S. authorities increasingly rely on civil forfeiture to intercept funds on stablecoins. Now, the network demonstrates coordination between prosecutors and issuers to freeze assets before they slip into a harder trace of channels out there. And again, so that's why I said like stable coins are very centralized where they have the ability to freeze wallets. But again, it's a little precaution that they made to fight against bad actors out there. So they can freeze an account and then revoke it and bring those tokens back and save it. I think we saw that with that last hack from the Venus protocol. It was yesterday. I'm trying to remember that name of it. But they recovered the victim's funds by shutting it down, stopping it, and then were able to recover the $1.4 million of stablecoins. So yeah, so again, it's not decentralized, but some coins out there and whatever purpose they have, sometimes they do need it, and that's why the creators built it this way. So it's not, so again, when coins get created too, it's based on the creator. So when you do research, not just looking at the tokenomics behind it, understand why these creators created these tokens out there, what its purpose, and if you can dive deeper into its tokenomics about it, then that's pretty good. But yeah, so let's continue on with this news article. So in June, the Department of Justice initiated a civil forfeiture action targeting $225 million in USDT tied to a so-called pig butchering scam. I love that name. If you want a cleaner version, romance scam. And these scams describing its largest crypto-linked seizure of its kind. Now, the civil forfeiture has become one of the most important tools in crypto's investigation because it not only disrupts illicit activity, but also allows prosecutors to actually get funds back to the victims, Ari Redboard, global head of policy at blockchain intelligence firm TRM Labs, told Decrypt. Now, the civil forfeiture's dual function has become a critical point, such as regulators no longer just weigh on asset seizure, but also consider restitutions for victims of the Red Board. Now, we've seen a growing number of cases where prosecutors working with issuers and exchanges have used civil forfeiture actions to freeze funds quickly and then return them, even when arrests are difficult in the non-cooperative jurisdictions, he added. So yeah, so there's a number of growing cases out there, and these guys are working with the issues to try to solve the problems. And again, so sometimes if someone stole some money, they got to freeze that account. So if you're holding stable coins, don't do anything bad activities to make yourself a target out there. Just keep it safe and don't tell anybody that you got crypto. But that is it for all the news, though. It's just like crypto's time again is here. It's happening. Doesn't matter if you want to be a part of it or not. It's happening. It's like gravity. You step off your roof, you're going to fall down. And again, you don't need to understand this technology for it to work. It's like our phones. Do you really know how this works when I send you a message or replace a call? I don't know how this phone works with the code behind it. I know it's an iOS system, but that's it. I know it's going to, I just know when I send a text, it's going to go through. Otherwise, they'll say, oh, didn't go through because maybe it was a technical Wi-Fi issue. But again, I know it's going to work. Just like Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies out there, like it's just in the code. I know it's going to happen, and I can also verify it on chain. So that's just it. But guys, that is it for the news. We are at a 44 in the Fear and Greed Index. So still neutral right now. Bitcoin is going down a little bit, but it did touch 114. Ethereum's at 4,300. Again, XRP is in the top 3 position again at $3. We just hit $3 again. So it's been under the $3 mark for some time. So that's cool. That's seen a nice little increase because, again, there's people grabbing it, buying it. Institutions are still adding on to it as well. That's say institutions, exchanges. Not sure about institutions adding on to it yet, but that's not to say that they will. Let's see, Dogecoin's at 24 cents. I wonder where the doggy coin's going to head this cycle if we get an altcoin season, or when the altcoin season hits. Sui's at $3.60, and so on. And is there anything else going on in the quick little tidbit space? Let's hear around Bitcoin Magazine. Let's just see if there's anything I kind of missed right now. Let's refresh this page to see if any just little news articles come up, and I'll probably have to cover it tomorrow. But let's see, just in, Bitcoin's hash rate is at a new all-time high, and that is good because it makes the network stronger and makes it a little bit difficult to solve that next block too. So it requires more power, which again makes the network even stronger out there. So woohoo, new all-time high. And we covered that article of just SEC Chair Paul says that the crypto's time has come. And let's see, understanding Bitcoin. I know there's going to be someone at their next Bitcoin conference happening in Amsterdam. So yes, we are thrilled to welcome Naka CEO David Bailey as a Bitcoin Amsterdam speaker. We've seen firsthand how conferences like Bitcoin Amsterdam don't just bring the community together, they shape its future. And yeah, like these conferences are always great to listen to. You get great insights on the space, what's happening, who's adopting what, future plans out there, and it's a community and come together. And again, that's also why we have these crypto clubs. It's a place for you to have a community to go to. When you're in the real world, it's kind of discouraging because no one wants to talk about Bitcoin. Some people still think it's a Ponzi scheme because they got misinformed out there. But here you have a space to go and network with like-minded individuals. Tomorrow we're having a crypto meetup here at the club at 6 o'clock, and we'll be having a special guest, Holly Chance, here. And again, yeah, come here, network with new members, old members, and like just gain some inside action. We're gonna have some refreshments. We're gonna have party pizza again. So yeah, come on out. Like instead of having to wait like a year or whatnot for these events to pop up, because they're great. When you go to a crypto conference, it is like just the energy around you, like you're just with your people. So we're offering you that here at the club too. So yeah, so this is cool to hear what he has to say when this happens. When is this happening? November 13th and 14th. So this is coming up in 2 months. So keep that on your calendars. But that is it, guys. Everybody have an awesome Wednesday. It's hump day. We're halfway through the work week. And yeah, just stay safe out there. Not your keys, not your coins. If you need help with anything crypto related, join the club. If you're interested in our programs, go to bitcoinben.io or shoot us a text. So guys, take care. Peace. Love you. And I'll see you tomorrow.
In a world where your data is constantly under attack, one company stands for your digital freedom. Introducing Calyx Solutions, your gateway to ultimate online privacy and secure cryptocurrency trading. Meet the Liberty Laptop. With its modified OS and advanced tracking prevention, it's your shield against surveillance. Access restricted areas, use recommended security software, and browse with confidence. Your digital footprint? Virtually non-existent. For the crypto pros, we present the Crypto Laptop. Pre-configured on premium hardware for secure trading. Optimized for your favorite wallets and exchanges, it's the fortress your digital assets deserve. Both laptops come with expert individual training and support. You're never alone in your journey to digital empowerment. At Calyx Solutions, we put you in control. No more worrying about data breaches or compromised transactions. Ready to join the revolution? Visit calyxsolutions.io and choose your perfect laptop today. Plus, become an affiliate and earn while sharing the power of digital freedom. Calyx Solutions. Unlock your digital freedom. Give us a call or text at 702-845-8276 or visit us directly at calyxsolutions.io.